Alright, YouTubers, so starting to assemble the parts that I need for the next build on the channel, and hopefully you had time to check out the i3-9100F build that I did for a friend of mine, and that was a lot of fun. Very impressive performance, I will say. If you put right components into it, you will be happy with that. And it actually is probably, that CPU might actually perform better for gaming than the one I'm about to show you. But this is going to be a i5-9400F build, so this will be the second one of these that we've had come through here. And we're using the MSI H370M Bazooka motherboard, which is a fantastic mini ATX motherboard. Got a lot of great features on it. Now this is probably not the ideal CPU for that, because you should be able to overclock that since it's a 370, and it's probably a little overkill for this build. But this is kind of a, not really a beginner computer, but there are some things in here that are great and some things that aren't so great. So CPU to start with, not a bad CPU at all, pretty powerful, 9th gen, and it's got pretty good numbers. It's good all around for gaming, for productivity stuff, desktop, office, things like that. So not bad at all there. We've discussed the motherboard, which has a lot of great features on it, and a lot of great ports on it, between the Gen 3.1s that are on it, the Type C connectors. It has HDMI. Only has 4 SATA 3 connectors. Probably the only real negative, but that's kind of common with that size motherboard. Alright, that motherboard, so one thing you'll find when we do this, we honestly don't know offhand if out of the box this will work with the 9th gen. Luckily for y'all, I have lots of 8th gen chips, so if it doesn't work, we'll just put an 8th gen in there, update the BIOS, and boom, the 9th gen will work. Alright, so let's see. So the case, we'll scoot over here. This is a Rosewell mini tower, and it's going to be, for me, being a bigger guy, these are always a little tight to work on them. So, but this one's actually, pretty well built, and was pretty inexpensive. I think it was like 26 bucks maybe shipped. But on the front, you've got 2 USB 3.0s and 2 2.0s, plus a place for your headphone and microphone, power button right here, and a reset switch. So nothing super spectacular about the case. It does have the acrylic side on it there, so you can see into it, which we're not a big fan of doing a lot of good cable management on this channel, so it might not look so great. Just kidding. That's going to make us step up our game. For power supply, because of the graphics card chosen here and the fact we're not overclocking, we're just going to put a 400 watt EVGA power supply in there. Nothing spectacular there. It will have all the connectors that we need to make this work. Alright, so got a good CPU, good motherboard, graphics card. This is kind of a disappointing point here. This is the Zotac GeForce GTX 1050 Ti, which a ways back wasn't so bad, 4 GB, but now it is not too great. Expect some 1080p gaming on this thing. This is an overclockable edition, but nothing spectacular. As you've seen through this channel, we've had some decent video cards come through here, and there's nothing super spectacular about that one. So but it'll play basic games, and That's all this computer really needs to do. So this may get this CPU fan before we get into the hard drives. This is one that I picked up pretty cheap on the Amazon to try out. Deepcool GAMX 400, and you know, this CPU would be good with the Intel fan, but why not put something a little better in there? So we're going to try that out, see how it works out. Alright, so this may not be the final SSD that goes in here, but HP SSD EX900 M2 NVMe 120 gig. That'll have our operating system on it, plus 1 or 2 good games. Otherwise, all the other stuff will go on the Seagate 7200 RPM Barracuda hard drive. And so these are decent numbers on these. You can pick this drive up on eBay, probably 23 to 30 bucks. Amazon's probably $30. Honestly, I should have gotten the EX920 for a little bit more, quite a bit quicker, a little more space on it, or the 950, which really is, you know, competitive with the real good drives out there. So yeah, that's the build. Keep an eye out for it. Probably this weekend we'll start it. Today's Thursday, so hopefully you see some videos on that. Please like, please subscribe, and thanks for checking out the channel.